Hey, how's everybody doing today? What a nice day out in sunny New York. Um, I'm Stefan. Thanks for joining me. This is the White Dog Tarot. We're going to be doing some free readings today. It's going to be a little bit of a short stream. I have to go pick up my tiny human. Well, she's not too tiny anymore. She's 12. I have to go pick her up at school in a little bit. So, hope you guys are doing great. I'm exhausted. I'm so tired. I started reading last night, and then it's like I blacked out and I came to it. And it was like 4 in the morning, and I had read an entire book. So, I'm running on like 4 hours of sleep, but I did have 2 coffees, and I did 200 push-ups. So I'm feeling okay. It feels like I slept more than I did. I also brought my playing card deck. I'm gonna pull tarot with this today. I love pulling tarot with playing cards. And yeah, for everybody new, it's really great to see everyone. All my live shows are free. And I also offer private readings if anyone's interested. So yeah, thanks. Oops. Okay. You know, I guess while we're waiting for people to show up, because I can't just stare into the camera. Well, I guess I could, but Mrs. M, nice to meet you. I'm Stefan. All right, let's hold that thought. You know, I tried something before I left the house. I don't generally pull cards for myself because I just don't really need to. But I asked what I should talk about today when I pulled cards, and I got an interesting message, so we'll circle back to that. Hi, Katie. I am having a good Wednesday. It's great to see you. I'm a little tired. I got kind of wrapped up in a book, and I ended up staying up till like 4 a.m. reading it. And I wake up at 7:30 usually. So, I'm doing okay though. I always just offset it with coffee, vitamins, and workout. So, how are you doing today? And yeah, it's great to meet everybody new. I'm Stefan, and please feel free to subscribe. All my live shows are free. Hey, Art Lab, nice to meet you. Mrs. M, you asked if, is V having a kid with someone? Can I ask why that's important for you to know? Okay. And it's really great to have you. You know, I have my own beliefs and convictions about what tarot should be used for. I don't think divination spying is really very helpful. I think really it should be used for us. Sure, Art Lab, I'd love to. Why do you believe that he's having a kid? I mean, I would tell you to trust your intuition and have an honest conversation with him about it. A psychic said, these fucking psychics. Well, this is what I would suggest, and I know this might not be very sexy for a tarot reader to say. A stranger should not be telling you shit like that, especially important things, okay? That's extremely unethical. And guess what? I mean, how are you going to feel when you find out that it's not true? Potentially. So why don't you go speak to him about it? I would never tell you something so definitive. I mean, what I won't ever do is create any sort of environment of like paranoia or fear, or like self-doubt, okay? Go have a conversation. But you know what? If you're feeling like something's wrong, it probably is. And I'm not trying to lead you anywhere. Listen, I couldn't possibly understand the depths of your relationship with this guy, okay? But ask yourself in earnest if this is maybe your own paranoia, or if you have reasonable doubt to assume that he's cheating on you or something is wrong, okay? So, wow, we're getting some interesting questions today, Katie. And please don't take that the wrong way, Mrs. M. Let's pull. Are you still with me? I can pull cards for you. What I don't want to do is mislead anybody, or guess, or tell you something that I don't feel confident about. Okay? If you're still here, I'm happy to pull cards for you. Okay? And then Art Lab, we can pull some cards for you too. Go have an honest conversation with him, okay? And I know that this might be sensitive, but you know, check in with yourself first. Ask why you feel that way. Did you feel something was wrong before? Of course he's gonna get angry. People who chronically lie don't handle getting exposed well, okay? They tend to double down and get even more angry, and then they get vindictive, and so listen, I'm not trying to minimize how you feel, okay? But what I would suggest maybe asking yourself, and there's no wrong answer, is, shouldn't I feel safe in my relationship? Like, shouldn't I feel safe with the person I'm with? Someone you're with should not make you, should not put you in a position where you're having to question whether or not they're like an honest person with integrity, okay? And if that happens to be true, I am really sorry, but listen, we can't make people do the right thing, okay? But I promise you, Mrs., people who hurt other people and fucking lie, like shamelessly lie to people, and try to like have success off of other people's pain and suffering, don't think for a second that the universe is gonna let people like that go live their best lives. That's not how things work, okay? So it's not, you said guys who lie get angry. Everybody who lie, you know, that's not a gender thing. A lot of people are afraid to really look at themselves. It's too terrifying. So it's a lot easier to be angry at other people. It's like an uncomfortable truth. And all you can do is be patient and try to be kind and understanding. So, all right. Because people like that generally spend the rest of their lives chasing something that they never find. Because most of them don't even know what the fuck they're looking for. So, I will tell you, if he got angry when you asked him, and I don't know how. And by the way, I would suggest reading Nonviolent Communication. It's a very good book. It is a little chilly, Katie. It is, but I run hot. So, I'm like a little space heater. One, you don't want to go into a conversation accusing somebody. Unless you just know. And I still wouldn't advise that. But, if someone who really loves you will not respond in anger, I think that's like a pretty foundational rule of thumb that we can go back on. So, hey Navina, it's great to meet you. Let's pull a card for you, okay? I think I'm going to use my regular deck for you, and then we can move on. Oh, you like the disclaimer? I figured that out. Guys, I was actually trying to figure out how to enable hype mode on my video. I still couldn't figure it out. But I did find the disclaimer option. What time is it? It's 2 o'clock, Navina. Where are you chatting with us from? And I'm Stefan, by the way. All right, Mrs. M. Spirit, what does she need to know? Are you still with me? Yeah, I'm in New York, Navina. I am a bit tired. I didn't sleep very much. Art Lab, you're next, okay? Are you still here before I pull cards for you? What city? I live in Hudson, New York, or right next to Hudson. I'm like 2.5 hours north of the city. All right, I guess we lost Mrs. M, but that's okay. Truthfully, I feel like I've done my job even better if someone shows up for tarot. Oh, you're still here, okay. Guys, my goal is for us to not need tarot for certain things. Let's pull a card for you, okay? Hey, trust yourself, okay? Mrs. M, I love that's your name, by the way. What is your name, by the way? Since you know mine, it's only fair. This is what I'm going to tell you, okay? And I know this might not be easy to hear, but just know that I can only share things that I've had to deal with in my life and hope that it in some way helps you, okay? Michelle, it's great to meet you. All right. How can he confirm that he said a psychic that's 99% accurate? I hate fake statistics. I hate fake statistics. That sounds like a fucking made-up statistic that he can't verify. But is he doing field data research? People love to cite unverifiable statistics. well, guess what? If Vernon didn't, I guess he's not fucking 99%. But anyway, I digress. Listen, whatever ends up happening, I want you to ask yourself if you're happy in the relationship and you feel safe, okay? If you feel like he's protecting your heart, protecting your feelings, treating you well, okay? And I don't have that answer for you. And I want you to think about that aside from why you showed up here to find out if he knocked up some other girl. But regardless, the spiritual lesson, Michelle, and it's the important one, is what you choose to do after. You know what the answer to that question is. Okay? That's the tough part. When we know what's right for us and we decide to not do anything. And that's actually what I pulled cards on about what I should talk about. I got the Star card and the Two of Swords. It's about trusting intuition over fear. Sometimes we get so indecisive that it prevents us from making choices, even though we know it's right. That is... I mean, if we're going to be too afraid to do things for the rest of our life, I mean, that sounds like a really super way to live. So trust yourself, okay? You're okay in the relationship? Hi. Alright, so this was just out of the blue. The psychic's like, he knocked somebody up. And your relationship was okay? You didn't have any inclination that he was cheating before that? Did I understand that correct? You didn't think anything was wrong. Okay, and you had no inclination that he was cheating before that. That pisses me the fuck off. Excuse my language. Art Lab, I'm in the middle of a reading. I appreciate you being here, but please be patient, all right? I have a free show, and obviously you see me doing a reading, and I'm not trying to be rude, but I kind of feel like you are. I see your question, all right? I told you you're next. Urban Banana, you're back. Okay. You keep thinking those thoughts before you went in there? Okay. Well, guess what? That's your intuition probably trying to tell you something, okay? Tell me, what can we tell Michelle? Thank you, Katie. Katie's right. All right? Spirit, what can we tell Michelle? Okay, fuck. God damn it. All right, Michelle, I'm not gonna cite any accuracy statistics for myself, okay? I asked what you needed to know, and I didn't set the intention for this, okay? Because to me, that's how we should use tarot. Your fucking intuition's spot on, okay? This is about what's not being seen, things hidden, intuition. There may be someone else, okay? And again, I'm not, what I don't want to do on this show is create paranoia or fear or doubt, especially in a healthy relationship dynamic. But I mean, clearly your intention is on this, and the cards are picking up on that, and this is what I'm seeing. What do I need to know? This is about work, too. This is a work card. He says he's working. Is this really what I think it is, Spirit? Can I get some confirmation? Damn it, Michelle. You got me sucked in. Is this... Alright, Michelle. Listen. My priority is to protect people from shitty people, okay? That's why I started this show, okay? I didn't start this show to be unethical with how I pull cards or to divination spy, but my priority is to protect good people from other people who don't have good intentions. So I'm gonna see what's going on here because I don't really like what came out. And again, you don't know me, I don't know you, okay? I want you to trust what you feel. Let me see what I get. What's up with Vernon? Okay. God damn it. Michelle. If I didn't embrace a life of nonviolence, I would go knock this guy's fucking teeth out for you. He's lying to you about something, okay? Which you already knew. Did he knock somebody up? I don't know. Hey, I'm not here to discredit anybody. Maybe that psychic is 99% accurate. But something's wrong, for sure. And I need you to understand this. I want you to at least ask this is what's important. So if you know what you feel, this is a very strong message. He's manipulating you for sure. But you don't get proof. Because again, sometimes we give shitty people too much credit. You know, that's a lesson I had to learn. About being patient that somebody's gonna finally do the right thing. Unfortunately, that's not how it works, okay? So if he doesn't admit it, but you feel it, you need to ask yourself, what are you gonna do? Okay? Because what I don't want is for you to get hurt anymore. And I know it's not easy. The hardest part is doing what's right for us. Okay? Whether it's leaving somebody or being honest. If it was easy to do the right thing, we'd have a much better world, okay? I bet he's working all day. Are you married to this guy? This pisses me off. Honestly, I try to keep grace for everybody. I would fucking never treat a woman like this. Ever. I would never treat a woman like this. This makes me fucking sick. I mean, I've made mistakes, guys. We all have. But to me, it's what we do after the mistake that matters. You know, I'm not, of course, proud of this. I would never do this now. I mean, I'm 37. When I was 25, I cheated on my girlfriend. We had a really bad relationship. But I told her right after because it's the right thing to do. Michelle, Try to have a real conversation with him. Maybe I can help you. Do you have Instagram? I can't spend too much time with you on this. I'm really sorry. I get very sucked into this. Thank you, Katie. That's the fucking truth. Katie's dropping truth bombs. He might be paying a prostitute? All right. Why? All right, do not let your mind run wild. He might be. I hope not. Michelle, trust yourself, okay? When we don't listen to our intuition, that's when we get stuck in fucking really bad cycles that don't end, okay? And just because you might not be the abuser in this situation, guys, karma is indifferent, okay? If we destitute ourselves, like, to a life of being treated like shit and telling ourselves that the most we deserve is to stay in a relationship where somebody's fucking cheating on us behind our back just out of fear because we can't do better or we don't deserve better, that's going to be your karma. And I promise you, you're going to be back in the next life to see if you can learn the lesson. If you don't learn it this one. He says he's faithful. I bet he does. Wouldn't be much of a card trick if he was cheating on you and said he was unfaithful, huh? Michelle, I'm sorry. Listen, I mean, that was a weird confirmation that I got from what that psychic told you. And if you were feeling it before, take that as the truth as far as you need. And you might never get the full truth, but you got to do what's right for you. And at least try to sit down and have a real conversation with them. Maybe I can talk to you off air about it if you want to connect with me on Instagram. Okay? But I'm really sorry. It sucks when people do that. And it's usually people who could never handle if the same was done to them. So, Michelle, just know that people who do that, it has nothing to do with you. Those are people who have very low self-esteem and self-worth. And rather than trying to look at that, the only way that they generally can feel good about themselves is to get validation from other people to make themselves feel better. Okay? And Michelle, I promise you, he doesn't love that person, okay? Urban Banana, what the fuck did you just say? I have no idea what you just said, but... Michelle, we love you. We're here to support you, okay? If you want to talk to me off air, I'm happy to help, okay? Obviously, I'm not going to charge you or anything. Listen, I know what it feels like, okay? It feels terrible when you trust somebody and they do that to you. People do a lot better with the truth always than lies. And, you know, I'm somebody who does not judge other people. To me, regardless of what mistake you make, if you're honest about it after, that's how you, I will always hold respect for someone, regardless of the mistake they make, because damn, I've made more than my fair share, okay? But to me, when you do something, you intentionally lie and manipulate someone, and in that case, sounds like he might be gaslighting you. He's getting angry at you, trying to make you feel guilty for asking him. That's the quickest way ever to make me lose all my respect for somebody. So, all right. We love you, Michelle. Just know that, like Katie said, this is probably the universe trying to tell you something. And you should feel grateful that you felt that, because a lot of people are so out of touch with their feelings that they completely ignore it. And if you're picking up on it before anything, that means you're a lot more in tune with your intuition than you think, which we all have. We all have intuitive gifts. Okay? So be proud of yourself for that. Intuition comes from emotion. It doesn't come from the left brain. All right. Michelle, where do you live, by the way? I'm sorry, I'm just laughing at that psychic self-proclaiming his accuracy rate. How would he even be able to do that? Katie, what's the weather like in Denver right now? Is it getting cold? And Michelle, it's really great to meet you. Please make sure you subscribe. Sunny. And guys, please hit the thumbs up button. It really helps my show. 67. Oh, that's pretty warm. I mean, I'm not surprised. Temperature there's so weird. I think I told you that story where when I was driving cross country, I pulled into my camping site at like 2 a.m. and it was like 27 degrees, and I woke up and it was like 75. I think it's like in the 50s here. All right. Who's next? Is Art next? Is that his name? It's funny, you know, what we were talking about with Michelle. So, just always so weird to me how it works out. I mean, I mentioned that I pulled cards on what I should talk about today because I don't know. I just thought that would be an interesting thing to do, and I got the Star and the Two of Swords. Again, it's about trusting your intuition. It's faith over fear. It's understanding that some things you just have to trust yourself on. Keeping yourself in a place of like stagnation, indecision. it can really cause some fucked up blockages in your life. It's also an energy of choosing hope and faith and trust in what you know is right for you over an energy of like blocked change, blocked emotions. The Two of Swords is about being completely emotionally blocked and just unwilling to make a choice that you know you have to make. So Zay, you still here? Sorry, I was just kind of having like a little... I was just ruminating in a... I don't know why I just thought of it. I guess it's because I have the playing card deck. Do you remember when somebody found my live show and asked if I was a magician because they didn't know what my live stream was? Hey, Arisha. Great to see you. I mean, high school Stefan... He was definitely a magician. He could make any guy's girlfriend disappear almost immediately. I think that's probably why I got in so many fights, but that's a conversation for another day. Katie, I'm glad you liked that one. That was actually for you. Who says I'm not a magician? Thanks, Zay. Well, I can manifest anything I want. I am very good at that. I just have to ask for it. All right. Whew, it is chilly. Katie, have you been to New York before? Shannon, it's great to meet you. I think you're new here. I'm Stefan. Where are you chatting with us from? You said, is Jay going to pop up at your house? Who's Jay? You have family here? Oh, cool. I do need to switch to a hot drink. Where's your family live? Sorry, am I asking too many personal questions? An associate? Shannon, I can't help you if you're intentionally being vague. Is this somebody you like, I take it? Are you worried about him popping up at your house? I don't know if that's really a tarot question. Moonchild, it's so great to see you. How are you? So good to see you. Do I see him visiting? Shannon, let's pull some cards. I require you to tell me what the fuck is going on, though. Because what I don't want to do is blindly pull cards to, like, send you into the arms of some asshole, okay? So... is this a friend of yours? Who is this guy to you? And we also like a good backstory here on White Dog Tarot. I'm doing great, Moonchild. It's really great to see you. Okay. He's a friend? Does he know that you have feelings for him? What does Shannon need to know? What does Shannon need to know right now? All right, Arisha, hang tight. We'll get to you later. Queens, okay. I have some friends that used to live in Queens. I'm like 2.5 hours away from the city, which is the perfect distance. Let's see. Shannon, do you have water placements in your chart? You're gonna get some clarity. I think, is this about him? What's this cat's name? I'm getting more handsome by the day. Oh, thanks, Moonchild. You're sweet. You're so sweet. Thank you. Hey, Minnie. Jay. Is this about Jay? Yep. Shannon, do me a favor, okay? Take a breath, girl. All right? He likes you, okay? He likes you. He likes you. Okay, he's got feelings for you, big time. All right? Is he gonna pop up at your house? I have no idea, but... Wait, you was told he only want cash? I have no idea what that means. I'm so confused. When you say associate... Okay. What do you mean he only wants cash? Well, you know how to make me blush, Moonchild. Why are you asking me about money? Did he ask you for money? Shannon, this doesn't feel like a tarot question. You're taking me down a weird rabbit hole right now, okay? I love you. I want to help you. You was told he was pretended to love. By who? Do we... Okay. A reader told you. Does that reader know him? Guys, I'm going to be the only reader, maybe, to say this. Can we please use our deductive reasoning on things before we just trust someone else that doesn't even... You've looked this guy in the eyes. You've had conversations with him. And I'm not trying to tell you what he is or isn't. What do you feel when you talk to him, okay? All right? What does your intuition tell you? Do you think you can trust him, or do you think he's running game on you? Because again, I'm not going to tell you anything definitively. You haven't even met this guy yet? This is so... Shannon, if you're going to tell me a story, please don't make me read the middle page of the book and then take me to the beginning and then the end. Okay. I think we're going to get out of this reading. Trust yourself, okay? Don't be so hyper-focused on what he's going to do next, all right? And if you're concerned that this guy is trying to use you, then honor that and tell the guy to kick rocks, all right? Why would a reader tell you he's trying to get money? I mean, I see, again, remember, people's feelings, intentions, actions frequently don't align. Okay? But I'm seeing a lot of good aces. He's trying to manifest some communication with you, and I see Ace of Hearts and Queen of Hearts. It looks okay, but just because somebody has feelings for you doesn't mean that he's not a total scumbag or that he's honest. I mean, the Ace of Swords tells me that that's a good card to see. It's not the Seven of Swords, okay? And if you really want to explore this in detail, we can do like a 30-minute private reading off air. My advice is only going to be as good as the information that you relate to me, okay? You should definitely maybe check in with that 99% accurate psychic that Michelle was talking about. That person sounds great. You took your shoes off? Oh, you're cute. You saw that little note that I left on my Instagram. Shannon, why don't you at least get to know this guy a little bit? It sounds like you don't even really know him. If you met him a week ago, that's not a friend, okay? I gotta be real with you. A friend, first of all, is somebody that doesn't want anything from you, okay? A friend is somebody that wants to be there for you in a selfless way with no expectation of receiving something back. That's a real friend, okay? Now, if you have a crush on him, that's okay, but why don't you get to know him a little bit first, okay? Because you're gonna learn a lot more spending time with him than some reader telling you that he's trying to steal money from you or something, okay? So, okay. Hey, Compass Rose, good to see you. All right. I think I'm gonna roll a cigarette. Arisha, what's your question? Sounds good, Moonchild. Moonchild, where do you live in India? I'm trying to create like this composite map in my mind based on all my all my friends in India from the show. Like Unjali and Rupika and Priyanshi. Okay. Okay, Arisha. Arisha wants to know, is Otis trying to distance himself from you? And what are his feelings for you? It's very windy. Okay, Arisha. So I'm guessing this is somebody that you slept with? Or you were dealing with in like a not. Why do you think he's trying to distance himself from you? Has like his energy changed towards you? Okay. Well, that's good you haven't slept with him yet. Has his energy changed towards you? It's complicated a little. It's a long distance thing. Okay. Arisha, I know that I'm probably going to sound like a broken record, but, you know, I'm going to say it again, and I'll keep saying it. Because to me, it's a universal truth that we all, I think, have to deal with and need to step into. Arisha, have you tried just openly communicating and being honest about what's on your mind with him? We don't always have to jump to tarot. And I know that might be a little bit scary, but, you know, if you like this guy, to me, the baseline of being with somebody that you like should be a willingness and a feeling comfortable enough to not have to hold back how you're feeling. Why don't you just call him and say, hey, you know, listen, I don't know if I'm just picking up on something that's not real, but, you know, I just wanted to ask you, you know, I noticed it felt like you were pulling back a little bit this week. Is everything cool? You know, like, of course it's, you know what? It's easy to cite these because they apply. One of the 4 agreements, don't make assumptions. We make assumptions when we don't speak up or be forward about what we're thinking with people. Okay. I think you're ready to have an honest conversation with this guy. He's ignoring the topic. Then you know what? You should move on. If that guy's not fucking adult enough to have a conversation with you, and listen, I have very strong feelings about this. If you were forward in like a healthy way to try to talk about something and he doesn't want to talk about it, that should tell you all you need to know about how much he's worth, how much time he's worth. Okay. And honestly, that should tell you how much he thinks of you or how much he respects you. Okay? That guy sounds unreliable. Just off of that. Good night, Moonchild. Love you. Guys, Moonchild's one of my oldest subscribers. Not in age, just in length. Well, Arisha, first off, okay, it's just been a week. All right, that's different. Everybody has tough weeks. If this is like a reoccurring theme, though, that's a problem. All right? What's this guy's name? Hey, promise me you're gonna speak up for yourself, okay? Because as this has been on again, off again, I think it's extremely important. Well, always, no matter what the situation is, if it's new, whatever, you need to be extremely clear, or you need to be able to feel extremely clear about the direction that something's going. Do you know what I mean? You deserve that. Because I've done long distance relationships. They take a lot of work. And you have to have really fantastic communication and openness for a long distance relationship to work, or else it's gonna fucking fall apart. You know? I mean, that's my perspective. Something long distance that's like just surface level or superficial gets fucking stale really quick. All right? So let's see what we need to know. It's a classy name though, Otis. I like that. I was just listening to Otis Redding on my ride over here today. Okay, promise me you will. Listen, when you respect yourself, you respect what you want, and you express that, that's how you make other people respect you. Okay? Especially men. Because if he knows that you respect yourself, you have boundaries, and you're not going to put up with any shit or like inconsistency, all right? That's taking your power back. All right? How you value yourself is how other people will value you. I know you do, Katie. Swinging Queen of Swords energy and Seven of Wands. Because listen, he could have feelings for you, but this guy could be a total fucking disaster still. You need to understand that. All right? This guy could be emotionally unavailable or not able to give you what you need. I don't know how old you are. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but like, I just want you to understand what I'm trying to say. So it's an interesting message. Arisha, I think, listen, this isn't specific to you. This is like a universal thing. I think I recognize there's a fear being hurt. Like maybe a little insecurity around that, which makes you question if he has feelings for you. This feels like your energy. But you will overcome that through your own inner strength, okay? Through how you handle yourself, how you carry yourself, how you view yourself. What's this guy's deal? What's Otis's deal? Hey, Ankita. So glad we're Instagram friends. What's this guy? What's the deal with Otis? What kind of guy is he? Okay. It's kind of funny. This actually reads exactly like a guy who's been busy with work and has been tired, believe it or not. How does he feel about... That's actually good to see. How does he feel about Arisha? How does he feel about her? All right. This makes sense. Arisha. Again, this is a snapshot into one aspect of him. This in no way is going to encapsulate who he is as a person. But with that said, and like with respect to that, I would co-sign what I'm seeing for you. It looks like he's working on like taking a leap, new beginning towards work. I don't know if he just started a new job. How he feels about you. And again, I don't want you to overly read into this, because I always say kind of like almost in jest, but it's something that I want you guys to be aware of. I don't want to see the 10 of Cups and the 9 of Cups out here for someone's feelings for you. If you spent like a week with this guy and you've never slept with him and he doesn't know you, to me that's too much, you know? This guy, how he feels about you, I think he sees you very positively. He really thinks of you highly. You make him extremely happy. I mean, I got the Sun card. Funny enough, I got the Moon. Wow, I got the Moon and the Sun. Very interesting. He has a lot of hidden, I think, feelings for you. He has a lot of deep emotions for you that he hasn't expressed. He feels like he likes you a lot. You make him very happy, very happy. He's a little bit unsure though. This isn't a bad unsure. I think he's going with the flow and just seeing how things go. But this doesn't read at all like somebody who is not interested in you or is breadcrumbing you. Okay. It looks good. You have some work to do on yourself. And again, Arisha, at the end of the day, tarot is always going to be a tool to help us on a deep level. And I truly know that. If I didn't, I wouldn't have left my old life to do this as my calling, if I didn't believe that. But with that said, please remember that at the end of the day, we're humans. We all are extremely complex, okay? Nobody can be understood like deeply through a tarot spread. And it's the first and most important thing is what we say and do for ourselves, which is what allows us to be on our best timeline. Okay? So This guy's intentions seem good. I think you're overthinking it. I think he's going with the flow. Does that mean that this guy could be like non-committal? I don't know yet. But you just met him. But I think since you're reconnecting with him, it's going to be incumbent on you to ask yourself in a real way, what am I actually looking for? What do I actually want right now? Like, what kind of qualities are important? Do I value like communication? What does this actually look like for me and for us? Being in a relationship that's long distance. I don't know how far away he lives. He lives in a different country. That's long distance. Well, at least you'll be able to build up some frequent flyer miles. All right, Arisha, be real with yourself, okay? I'm not trying to tell you not to do this, but you got to be real with yourself. Do you actually see this going somewhere? And again, I'm not asking a question that I want you to answer. I'm not trying to lead you. You got to be real with yourself. Do you actually see this going somewhere? Trying to have a relationship with somebody that lives in a different country. Does this actually have legs to stand on? Hey, Samreen. Hey, Johanna. Okay. Is that enough for you? Might even move there. Okay. Again, I'm saying this because I want you to... It's important that we are really clear and know what we're getting into, and that only happens when we know really what we want and what we don't want, okay? Because sometimes we wishful think the best for situations, and it can lead us down some avoidable roads. I don't want you to take any stock in the fact that he might move here. Okay? Or move to you. That's like an empty thing to say. But I don't know. Have fun. See where it goes. If it starts to feel too stressful, because if he lives in a different country, it sounds like you're somebody who's going to want to communicate often. And if you feel like a busy week is making you stressed out, ask yourself like, hey, is this going to be healthy for me? Because I don't want you to get obsessive or like attached and in your head every time you guys don't talk regularly, because that could happen. All right, guys, I just gained some time. I thought I had to leave, but my daughter just said I don't have to pick her up till 4:30, so you're welcome, Arisha. I'm glad it helped. Hey, Erica. Sup, girl? All right, Samreen, you have a question. Coaches talk about the law of assumption, believe that your person is choosing you. And then in other videos, they say, leave who doesn't choose you. I mean, you should absolutely be with somebody who chooses you. And that doesn't even feel like a conceptualized idea. I mean, that's what love is. It's two people who choose each other. and choose to invest. You know, choose to spend a life together. Do I believe people are meant to come into our lives? Absolutely. It's your birthday? Happy birthday. Are you a Scorpio? Is today the first day of Scorpio season? All right, Erica, let's dig into that. Happy birthday, Samreen. How old are you today? Libra. It's an interesting question. I appreciate you bringing that up. I love talking about weird shit like this, you know? 29, happy birthday. You know, I was actually reading a lot about this because, I mean, everybody has their own belief. You know, there's the idea of fate, free will, you know, or just everything being non-deterministic. Like everything is completely random, completely random. Like there's no rhyme or reason for it. I mean, it's very interesting. I mean, determinism is the idea that everything is meant to happen. Everything. Katie was always meant to say, "Oh, happy birthday." I was always meant to take a sip of my coffee. Fate. You know, a lot of times, like monotheistic religions, I think a lot of people subscribe to that. I mean, the idea of everything being random, completely random. I mean, that's more like theoretical, like quantum physics. Like, I mean, there's the Big Bang. I mean, a lot of research suggests that it was completely random. Now, again, funny enough, through that, there is like actual layer of determinism. And then you have free will. Like our choices, the choices we make determine what's going to happen. Now, like how people play into that, it's really interesting. I don't believe that everything is deterministic. I don't believe that you know, that things inevitably are going to happen regardless of what we choose. Because to me, that takes away any sort of like sense of like moral accountability for our actions. But I'll tell you what I do believe, Samreen. I would disagree respectfully that coaches say there's no free will. I'll tell you what I believe. You know what? It's not a belief, it's a knowing. It's a deep knowing. There has to be free will, in my opinion. It absolves us. It would absolve all of us of any moral responsibility for our actions to say that there's no free will. I'll tell you what I believe deeply. I believe that we live in a deterministic world. I believe the universe and everything around us, with some degree, is meant for us to come across people, experiences. I think that there's some level of randomness, but I absolutely have a knowing that there are very important, like, let's call them fated, deterministic moments in our life that are meant to find us. But I also believe that within that system, we have free will. I believe that there are millions of timelines available to us through our choices, our free will, within the constraints of determinism. And that free will is going to tell us or allow us to either get on our highest timeline or our lowest timeline. You know why I completely reject the idea there's no free will? Does that mean that some people are just destitute to never find their higher selves? To never find their calling? Some people are just lost at birth? I fucking reject that. And again, I don't know. I love talking about philosophical things because nobody can know for sure. It's not provable. But to me, the universe gives us choices. You know? And through those choices, determine if we're going to learn the spiritual lessons or if we're going to just keep coming back lifetime after lifetime to repeat karmic cycles. I think many people are stuck in cycles and are too afraid to access and use their free will through their intuition to get on their highest timeline, like what's really meant for them. But I absolutely believe in free will under the constraints of like fated experiences, such as people. You know, I mean, fuck, I have no doubt that I've experienced a past life connection before. You know, it's like recognizing a stranger. And those people come into our lives I think as spiritual lessons or tests. So we can either learn something about ourselves, or so two people can help each other grow and learn spiritual lessons together. And that's the free will. Because we all have the ability to be our best selves, to operate from a place of like authenticity, truth, honesty, good intention. We all have the ability to, the capacity. A lot of people aren't ready for that. And I've had to experience that too, and it's fucking heartbreaking. God damn it, Samreen. You got me off on a tangent. But I do love you. I love talking about stuff like this. If I didn't, this would just be another boring fucking tarot show. And I'd be doing an all signs right now. Ugh, that sounds so boring. Alright. So anyway, that's my knowing. And I tried to I tried to express it as clearly as I could. But, yeah. That'd be really sad if there was no free will. We'd all just be like fucking zombies, you know? I mean, damn. I mean, to me, again, the whole thing of it absolves people of like moral responsibility. To me, with no free will, it's saying that there's no hope for people to grow. There's no path to higher consciousness for some people. I don't believe that. I mean, damn, we use such a small percentage of our brains. Why are you saying OMG? And Zay knows what I'm about to say. You'll never guess when I came to that conclusion about my own inner knowing and belief system. It was about 2 a.m. laying in my field, because that's when I have all my best, most clear thoughts. So, I mean, it is very interesting. It's fascinating to me, you know? But to me, when you hear things on, and again, I always try to keep things somewhat rooted in like reality. Like I'll never jump to the conclusion about like, I don't know, somebody's a twin flame or not. How the hell do I know? All I know is that, you know, there's definitely soul recognition with people in our lives, and I think we're meant to learn lessons, for sure. Okay. All right, Erica, let's see what's going on. Miles, love it. Very classy name. I don't even need to pull tarot. It's a good name. I also have like a soft spot for old jazz musician names, so. And happy birthday, Samreen. Tell me about Miles, Erica. Yeah, I know. Whatever happened to that other guy that you're talking to? Oh shit. I think they're closing here soon. I'm gonna have to wrap it up, I think, in a second. Okay. How did you meet Miles? Do you really need me to pull cards on him? How much, I mean, why don't you get to know him a little bit first, Erica? And you know I trust your judgment. I don't even need to give you any lecture. I mean, you're my friend. I've known you for a while. Okay, get to know him a little bit. Wait till you guys develop something. Let's not pull cards on him yet. I would put that under the category of like unnecessary divination spying, okay? just go talk to him a little bit more. And Keita, I'm doing great today. But just remember, I mean, I know you work at a hospital, so it feels like, I don't know, I just get the feeling that's like one of those environments where it's pretty common to like date coworkers. Just remember, like, that's a door you can't close, all right? If you know what I mean. And you know what I mean. So just remember that. But if he likes you, you'll know when he says hi to you. You'll see it. All right? You'll see it in the eyes. You know what I mean? Just let this one be a slow burn, all right? If he's interested in you, he'll start talking to you. All right? Or you could talk to him. Let's get an advice card. Actually, I'm gonna do playing card. And guys, thanks so much for tuning in today. Yeah, just keep your discernment up a little bit, okay? Healthy boundaries. Use your discernment. All right? Receive people. Again, use judgment. Queen of Swords has good judgment. If someone smells off, it is. All right? Give people, again, the opportunity to prove themselves otherwise, you know? So I know you like to protect your energy. That's why we're twin flames. But yeah, you know, to me, we get a relationship advice through tarot when we're there, when we're at that point, okay? Guys, I want all of you to practice trusting yourself and what feels right with people before we jump to trying to pull cards on someone, okay? It's really important. All right, guys, I think I'm gonna split. I'm hungry. I want to get some food. But I hope everybody has a great day. Everyone, please feel free to connect with me on Instagram at the White Dog Tarot, or email me, the White Dog Tarot at Gmail. And if anybody's interested in a private reading, I'm doing half hour and 1 hour. $40 for half hour, $75 for an hour. And you can connect with me on either if you're interested. Bye, Katie. And guys, please donate to the show. My show really, my show runs on your donations and generosity. So, okay, everybody. Love you all. See you guys tomorrow.